Fellow Nigerians, my reason today to address Nigerians is to tell them that I want to be a president of Nigeria. If one asks me, why do you want to be the president of Nigeria? My answer will be, I've seen a vacant position in the office of the presidency. You see, whenever the citizens are oppressed, there is no leadership. So as I'm talking, there is no leadership in Nigeria because the citizens are oppressed and are frustrated and are being harassed. So it all depends on how we can move the country forward. You see, I was brought up not to accept a bad deal. I was brought up not to accept a bad business. The political elites in Nigeria have sold the citizens a bad deal. They've been offering us a bad deal since 1960. And now, opportunity has come for us to say, look, we won't accept this bad deal. It's been going on for a long time. Because bad deal makes life so miserable. So the whole thing lies on we as Nigerians coming to participate, coming to take a decision that concerns us in our own country. So it is a call today for all Nigerians to come and participate, be part of the progressive, be part of the thing that is going to work in Nigeria. Like I said, the political elites, they've rolled a border that will stop growth, progress, and unity of Nigeria. As you can see, the country is not united. But I have come to unify the country so that we can have one vision, so that we can have one purpose, so that we can achieve great things in our lifetime and for our own people and for our own generation and the generation of our for our grandchildren. So, but it hinges on one thing. That uniqueness. I will not say Nigerians, to be honest, you see, when I look at Nigeria, you see, I see the doors are opening. The new opportunities are coming, but only few people are going inside the doors. Why? It's not because we don't have the ability, the gift, talent, and the other opportunities to make things. But because we don't have a nice environment, we don't have the right culture that can help us to develop our full potentials. This is very, very important because what runs a country is a uniqueness. You see, every one of us is gifted. So, and we have unique quality. And if we don't use this unique quality, then it becomes a problem because we cannot get that self-production. And if we're able to get the right self-production, then that means the poverty will escape. There will be no poverty in Nigeria anymore because everybody's hand is on deck. Because there is uniqueness, there is self-production. So this will get away poverty. Look at what Chinachebe said. He says, when hunger comes knocking on your door, and you open the door and you tell the hunger that, look, there's no seat. The hunger will say, don't worry, I brought up my seat. So this very thing calls for us to do more, to go extra length, to feed our people, to be able to do things on our own. So, and this has called for us to initiate universal health for all. Because this universal health for all is necessary because health is life. Healthy body in a healthy mind. So healthy mind in a healthy body. So if we don't have the right medical facilities, then how can we free ourselves? We have engineers, doctors, great people, talented people. You know, they are held back on a sick bed. Some of them are sick. So without good medical facility, you can't free these people to use their talent and to be effective for the running of the country. Imagine if I have a bad health, then there's no medical facility to help me. So how in this world will I be able to do the things which I'm gifted to do? So this has called for us to declare health, universal health for all Nigerians, because I know the importance of health in a country, in a community, and in a family. So that's why health is very, very important. Apart from that, some of our medical doctors and nurses, they are leaving Nigeria in droves, will now come back and use this talent to develop our own economy, develop our own people, instead of developing other people in other countries in a foreign land. This is necessary. So, and then law and order is very, very important. You see, law gives us value. In fact, where there is no law, there is no order. And where there is no order, there is no value, and nothing is being done. So, law and order is necessary. So, because for now, we've reduced the value of our own people into numbers. So, that is why you see murderers, kidnappers doing very funny things in the country, because there's no law and order. So foreign investors that intend to come are not able to make it because they're afraid to invest in Nigeria because of their safety, because of their lives. So this is why it's necessary for us to start looking at reviewing things so that we can have effective law and order. Because without it, it won't work. We need to empower the police to do the great things. The jobs that military is supposed to do, that are doing currently, it is important we give it to police and train a police force that can manage and control, incidents. So look at what Hans says in Bennett. He's saying that when liberty dies, there is no amount of constitution, there is no amount of law that can save it. And what he's saying that if really liberty dies in our heart, it's going to be very difficult for us to do great things. It's going to be very difficult for us to develop things. Because if there is no law and order, then there is nothing we can do. There's supposed to be a system where the three arms of government work independently so that the executive cannot control the judiciary and the legislature. All of them working independently so that we can have an effective country that can accommodate everybody. So this is why we are saying today, time has come for all Nigerians to participate, to come in, to be part of the progress, to be part of the unity, to be part of this goal and vision. So on that note, we are also saying, yes, there is a saying that the dog, you are not responsible for the nature of the dog, but you are responsible for managing the dog. Now, look at what is going on in the world today. Look at the changes that are going on, the technological changes that are, taking the world by storm. They are rolling in across our borders. They are rolling across the shores. Now, we cannot stop it, but we can manage it. It's like a wave. You can't stop a wave, but you can, you can control the wave by directing the direction it goes. So we can direct the direction of the way the world is going through our educational system. If we have quality education, or we structure our educational system, we will be able to follow China, India, Israel, and USA in controlling the technology of the world. We have the best engineers, we have the best brain, we have the most talented people, medical doctors. All we need to do is to get our education system into correct perspective and in the right balance. And then we can now focus on coding, IT, and artificial intelligence. These things are very necessary for us to control the wave of technology that is sweeping around us. Because without technology, we cannot trade effectively. The global brand in which Nigeria aims to be will not achieve it. So this is why it's necessary for us to restructure our educational system so that a graduate, after graduating, can start owning his own factory, owning his own company, produces on his own, instead of relying on employment. Time has come for us to be people who can produce on our things on our own. So this is very necessary. And also, if you look at the political systems and the way things have been happening in Nigeria since 1960, you see, there is an aspect of things which we don't understand, especially our forefathers who gained the independence. They confuse independence and freedom. And on that note, subsequent leaders have confused independence and freedom. So I've come now to separate them, to tell you there is a great difference between independence and freedom. In independence, you don't take responsibility. In independence, you don't do things on your own. In independence, you cannot drill your own wells, organize your power network, the road networks. But with freedom, it takes responsibility. The road to freedom might be hard, but freedom leads you to taking responsibility. Freedom leads you to owning your own electricity network, road network, instead of hiring foreigners, instead of begging for foreign aids. You see, freedom means doing things on your own. Freedom means having the necessary technology and ideas, get it done in Nigeria, instead of relying on foreign investors or foreign companies to come and do it for us, because we are capable of doing it. So in this area, then we talk of power. There has to be constant supply of electricity, because if there is no constant supply of electricity or constant power, then our SME won't operate. Individuals who want to develop their gifts and talents won't be able to do that, because they haven't got the power to power their computers and phones and other things to work. The doctors can't do something in the hospitals. The schools can't run without constant supply of power. So power is going to be a top priority if I'm elected as a president of Nigeria come 2023. And that is the bid I'm making today. So it is important we rely on these things. It's important we talk about power. So all these things are very, very important. I know we can do it. We can fix Nigeria effectively. The next thing is managing of our economy. Management is necessary for us to have growth. If you can manage your economy, effective management of your resources is necessary. If we can manage our resources, it's not going to be easy for us to have growth. In fact, there will be no growth. And without growth, what can we do? So growth is hinged on effective management of resources. And when we are able to manage our resources, then hunger and poverty won't be in Nigeria anymore. So we have a plan on how to fix Nigeria. We have a plan on how to effectively manage our resources and our economy in a proper way, so that it can lead us to a global brand where we can compete with other world like China, India, America, and Israel. We can do that. All it requires for us to do more. So to summarize, I am saying that we can fix Nigeria. We have the way without. We have everything that is required to fix this country. Only if we can do a little bit more. Thank you.